back on the street now. I'm videotaping what appears to be the FBI walking out with 4 or 5 boxes, Office Depot boxes.
The raids have, in my opinion, have provoked an inspiring reaction on the part of the anti-war movement and the broad progressive movement. I think it's imperative that we push back against repression and that we continue to stand up against U.S. wars. And the raids did change my life.
Why are you walking out of the federal court building at 4:30 in the afternoon?
Well, Shireen, Marie, Beth Ann, and Lucia just delivered a letter to Andrew Dunn, and he took the letter signed by how many? 250 people requesting and insisting that charges and investigation be stopped.
And I heard walkie-talkie noises on my front porch and a really loud bang. And they shoved a warrant in my face and they said, "We're looking for evidence of material support for terrorism. Will you help us find it?" My answer was no.
Every parenting decision is somewhat affected by the fact that there's a chance I could not be here.
What have you learned? Is life better? Is this a good lesson? Or
this is a tough lesson. I think that life is better than it was in the months right after the raids. We don't need to go quietly when they come after us. The source of the raids, which was an agent that had infiltrated the anti-war committee.
One thing about the FBI is they're stupid.
In April of 2008, a law enforcement officer, Karen Sullivan, joined the anti-war committee. In 2008, at that time, we were involved in organizing the anti-war marches on the first and last days of the Republican National Convention. Officer Sullivan had a key to this office, which was later used by the FBI on September 24th to enter the office, search it, seize our computers, financial records, and other materials. On several occasions, Officer Sullivan gave public speeches on behalf of the anti-war committee.
Have you ever been surrounded by the police force? Yes. Have you ever had your house kicked in, your doors kicked in and arrested? Have you ever been told to get on the ground and they handcuff you and mace you? Yes. Has that happened to you? Let's hear it. Has it happened to you? Yes. Now you know what it's like to be an Indian.
We have not been silenced, but instead we've used our defense campaign as a platform.
Our internal security forces, led by the FBI, sent undercover law enforcement officials to the Twin Cities to infiltrate organizations that were in fact seeking to hold those war criminals, torturers, and kidnappers accountable for their crime.
An open letter to the FBI. Seriously, fuck you guys. Fuck you for this history of repression from Fred Hampton to Ernest Hemingway. Hell, they've still got Leonard Peltier, and now they're here in the Midwest looking for the anti-war and then all the rest. So fuck you for the 23 peace and solidarity activists and Carlos Montez that you've opened your investigations up against now. I just want to know how many times you have directly interfered with peace and justice in this country. I want to know how many lives you have disrupted. Call the president and tell him to call it off. We said end the war, end the witch hunt, defend the First Amendment. Enough is enough. Free Lynn Stewart and quit threatening the rest of us who work for peace and justice, because we will not be silenced. When our civil rights are under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back! Thank you.
To tell us what letter Representative Ellison